It's Weird Java in the morning.
Good morning. Happy Easter. It is time to wake the fuck up with some motherfucking weird Java in your cup. This says Dad established 2024. I was actually established in 2008 as a father, but that's okay because you need one. You need a new establishment every time you have a new child.
You know when I was established as a father?
Never.
Never, sir. That's right. Never.
Oh man, so happy to be here. I know it's Easter, so I know a lot of people probably aren't going to be paying attention. They're going to be, doing stuff with the kids, the family, and whatnot. Easter is a bullshit holiday, in my opinion, but that's my opinion, and that's okay. You
like
can
the
celebrate.
eggs?
You can
You don't like the
celebrate it all you
rabbit?
want, dude.
You don't like the chocolate?
I think it's stupid. I just think it's stupid. I do it. I mean, I celebrate it and
You
stuff. I just
celebrate
think
it?
it's stupid. Yeah.
All right.
I just, if I didn't start celebrating it with my kids, I wouldn't be doing it.
I'll say this. I was just talking about this the other day. Good Friday.
Yeah.
What's good about it? I mean, I get what they're saying, but that's the day Jesus was murdered. Was on Good Friday. Do you think
Yeah,
it was a Good Friday for him?
yeah.
It wasn't a great
No.
Friday for him.
No, but it was good for humanity, I guess, is the
I guess.
point. Uh,
Sure. Good morning, Rach. I bet
uh,
you're out there, Rach.
she might not be. She said that she might not be on today because of Easter. So, totally fine. Totally fine. How was your week this week, homie?
It was great, dude. I had a good week. Very happy. I saw a movie yesterday. I saw The Amateur. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, I want to see that.
It had a 61 Rotten Tomatoes rating.
Yep.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but Angie refuses to watch anything that's below 50.
Yeah.
So I was very lucky that it was above it, and I can see why it had those issues. It was like kind of a slow start to it. You know, you're trying to understand and get a feel for the characters, and Rami Malek was the guy who played the main, and he was notoriously known to be Mr. Robot. Have you ever saw that TV show? Have you seen that TV show, Mr. Robot?
Mr. Robot, I've seen pieces of it. I haven't seen the whole
Oh,
thing.
freaking great.
But you know what fucking I really liked him in? He was the video game Until Dawn.
Video game Until Dawn.
Yeah, it was like realistic. So they used actors.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those games that you chose what to do, and whatever you chose was like a fate. So it was your fate. So you were given a list of things to choose as the scenes progressed and stuff like that. And it was surviving a night in the Colorado mountains in the middle of winter against a group of Wendigos.
What?
Yeah.
Man. Let me just say, this dude is a great actor.
He is a good actor. He played Freddie Mercury really well too.
He won an Oscar for that role.
Yeah.
And in this movie, I can see the beginning. He's kind of stuck in his because he's playing a CIA operative, kind of a tech. He's like a really, really good tech, which is kind of where he's drawing Mr. Robot from. I mean, the characters seem very similar in the beginning, and he's married, and he's trying, and I'm not giving any spoilers away because it's in the trailer.
The trailer, yeah.
His wife gets killed. So I was having trouble connecting with that character. But then as the movie went on, and you got to see what he wanted to do for his wife, and you got to, it got a lot better, dude. And it kept going. This dude is sharp. He's one of the best techs out there in this world that he's in, and he accomplishes his goal. And it was at the end a very satisfying movie. I was so impressed at the end.
He wrote it too.
He did.
Yeah.
I know he was a producer. Holy crap.
Yeah.
He did a great job, dude. I was entertained. It was a pretty goddamn good movie, and it's one of those few movies at the end you're satisfied. I was satisfied.
Yeah.
That's a rare thing.
I just don't. The only thing I don't like about him is his voice.
Yeah.
He's a little, but other than that, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Anything good happened this week, my brother?
This week's been quiet but yet busy. So I'm working on publishing my first book through the KDP on Amazon, and it's been a fucking pain in the ass, but hopefully by the end of today it'll be out there in the world. But I am gonna put a link on my website, so like if you buy it off my website, it'll be put more money in my pocket. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But also people can also go to the Amazon link to purchase it as well. So it's the first book of a series. It was gonna be a comic book, and I decided to write it as a story. So I had the entire like script written out. I've gone over it with two different artists. I went over it with AI, so that AI could make my art and stuff like that. So I've gone over it like several fucking times to make this comic book.
Mm-hmm.
So writing it was pretty fucking easy, and it went by really fast. I started transitioning it from the script to the book like 2 weeks ago. So it only took me 2 weeks to write this. So it was really simple. But I did get AI to generate some images of the characters that I wrote, like their descriptions and stuff, and I put them in the book as well. And I had asked our friend Ron from Grave Evidence if I could use his likeness for the comic book.
Yeah.
And so he is a character in the first book, and there's a nice big picture of one entire page of him in the middle of the book. And I created a cinematic poster of all the characters that AI made for me, and I put them all into one. So
I caught it. I messaged you because I saw him.
Yeah.
I was like, "That's Ron, dude."
Yeah, it was. That's
is totally Ron.
It is.
Awesome,
So
bro. That's awesome.
Yeah. So his character is a pretty important part. I mean, not like super important, but like I get information out of him. So
Yes.
his
Non-game
character,
player.
yeah, he's in 2 different chapters.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. It's
So,
awesome. I actually recorded 3 times this week, and if I'm lucky tonight, 4th time for David Don't Know, my new podcast. I recorded this. The last time was Friday. I recorded with JJ Rose, and dude, that was a great. Hey, Rach, it was a great recording, bro. I can't wait for that to come out. I'm excited.
Good. Yeah. I'm excited too, man. So I'm gonna start editing the one that you sent me today at some point, probably after Braden goes with his mom. But I did want to take a moment to speak on a situation that my daughter is currently facing. So I'm not going to use any names or anything, but my daughter's best friend's mother decided to take herself.
Oh shit.
So it's been pretty difficult for everybody involved. I didn't know them very well, but I did, like, at the same time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never hung out with them or anything like that. But but I have talked to them and stuff like that. So yeah, she was, she was one of those people that you would just never have thought of anything like that happening. She was always smiling. She was always happy. And so now so they were going through, like, either they were divorced or they were going through it, whatever. She moved in with another guy. And then she had come over, had woken up the daughter, my daughter's best friend, and told her that she loved her. And then within 10 minutes later, they heard the sound. And I was talking to the dad the other day because my daughter was over there, and he was saying that he's being accused for it.
Oh no.
So after hearing what the daughter had to say, the daughter was with the dad. So there's no, when they heard it. So but the mother of the woman, the mother of the mother, is petitioning to get police officers to look further into it, because they're trying to accuse him of doing it. So now DHS is in and out of the house, and the daughter is my daughter's best friend is going through hell now with DHS visits. She now dislikes her grandmother. So, and I picked my daughter up Friday night, and I asked her if she wanted to talk to it, because my daughter and her best friend's mother were very close. They went shopping together all the time. They did tons of stuff together constantly. And I asked her if she wanted to talk about it. She's like, no, I'm fine. And then, like, literally 2 seconds later, all I could hear was sniffling and crying. And I'm driving, so all I could offer her was my hand, and she cried for a good hour, maybe 40 minutes of driving, because I had to go from picking her up to get my son on Friday night. So that's what she's facing right now. So she went to the funeral yesterday, which is why I don't have her today.
That's very sad, man. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
Is there any, was there a letter? Was there,
no,
do we have
nothing.
any details about that?
Nothing.
And she said before it happened, she went and told her daughter she loved her.
Right? Yep. So she was wide awake when it happened.
And I gather, I'm not going to press you on it, but it sounds like you said a sound. So that, to me, that's a gunshot. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Which I think that's because, so she was, from what my daughter says, like, and I don't mean to, like, put which is why I'm not using their names, because I don't want to put their business out there, but I am giving a lot of information about their business. And I feel really bad. I feel bad for him too.
Yeah.
But she wasn't living there. She moved in with another guy, and she would stay there occasionally to see the daughter, and she would sleep in the bedroom, and he would sleep either in the living room or down in the basement or something like that. But from what my daughter was telling us on Friday night was that the guy that she was seeing was being accused of some inappropriate things with minors.
Oh, fuck, dude, really?
So that's the daughter, her and the daughter is speculating that maybe she saw something, and or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to speculate because we don't know. We don't know at this point. So, and I don't know if, like, and who knows if this guy is actually, if that is a true thing. I don't know that.
Right.
So, because I don't know the guy, I don't know his name, I don't know anything about him.
And I'm sure there are no clues about this. Right? There's no. And
No.
that's just usually how it goes. You need to check in on your friends, especially the ones that seem
Yeah.
happy. The ones that
Yeah.
seem happy and they seem like they're not. Check in, man.
Yeah, I was talking to Allie about it the other day because I was seeing on Facebook her posting pictures with a different dude every like once in a while, and
Mhm.
I'm like, I feel like I should ask her if everything's okay, you know. And I
Yeah,
was telling Allie about it, and then fucking 2 weeks later, she's gone.
that's crazy, man.
And I wish, like, I wish I did. I wish I did ask her. Maybe I'm not saying that I could have prevented it happening, but who knows?
You never know. You never know.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a rough situation. So, I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons that I like talking about mental health, and at the beginning of every episode of Where the Weird Ones Are, I let people know if they need somebody to talk to, they could totally talk to me if I can, you know, provide that help. Um, but dialing 988 here in the United States is works phenomenally. They're
What's the number
equipped
again? 988.
988.
Okay.
They're equipped to help with any mental distress. There's a suicidal hotline, but you don't have to be suicidal to need the help. So it's
Right.
literally any mental distress that you are facing. They are equipped to, handle it and talk to you and help you out. So that's a big reason why. And when I was talking about this with my supervisor at work, he's told me literally, like, I went in the next morning, I was like, my daughter, I feel bad for my daughter and stuff like that. He says and I told him the story, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? He goes, my son's classmate just did the same thing,
Oh man.
like, last week. So,
It just seems like it's happening all over. My stepson's girlfriend's brother did it.
mhm,
It's been about 2 weeks now. And of course she's devastated.
right.
And they live in Virginia, and her brother lives in Washington State. And they work together in like he owns a business, right? And it has to do with ticket sales and this and that. And my stepson and his girlfriend, they work with him on with this. And pretty I guess kind of a lucrative business he was running.
Mhm,
Whenever we would go up to visit in Virginia, he would put us up in a hotel. This guy would, because he had all these like miles or whatever, related to hotel stays, and he never goes anywhere. So he would offer to put us up in a hotel, and he was nice enough to do that. It was a nice guy, man. And now he's gone. And he was also going through apparently was going through a divorce, or they were having marital problems, and it's just a sad state of affairs. It's really, I feel so bad for my son's girlfriend, and it's just really hard. It's a really hard thing for
yeah,
her. They're flying
I
over
bet.
there to be with her mom. But anyway, yeah, 988. You said,
988.
please call it. You're needed here, people. There's always an end to what's troubling you.
Yeah.
Nothing lasts. Nothing good lasts, but nothing bad lasts either. Wait, talk to somebody. You matter. You make a difference in this world, and we need people to stick around.
Yeah, you don't realize the hole that you leave behind, because all you're doing is really transferring trauma, and you don't understand how much, if you're feeling like that, you don't understand, you're not in understanding of how much you are actually loved and how many people you are actually going to affect.
Yeah. Yes.
So, but anywho, I do have some this day in history for you.
Hit me.
In 1889, Adolf Hitler was born.
Wow. Would you have suffocated the baby if you could go back in time?
If I knew, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, no, I would probably take it and be like, listen, man.
Change his life.
Exactly.
Bring him to the future,
Exactly.
man. Yeah.
Exactly.
Show him some love, dog.
I wonder what today would look like if that never happened. You know what I mean?
We've talked about this a lot, right?
Yeah.
And one thing you've always said that I never really considered before was that what if, because he wasn't there, another guy takes over, but that guy is successful?
Right.
What if that guy knows what he's doing? Because let's face it, Adolf didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
No.
He was bad.
He was into artifacts and shit. I think that's what he was mostly focused on. He cared, he wanted to eliminate, obviously the Jews, the Holocaust and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He did want to eradicate them, but I think he was more focused on occult things.
Yeah.
Which
he thought would bring him more power, like the Ark of the Covenant.
He was right.
Big into the Ark of the Covenant.
Yes. So in 1951, Romanian surgeon Dan fucking Gavrilo used a section of the stomach to bypass the esophagus. This was the first human organ to be surgically reconstructed.
Wow. 51.
1951.
It's like 75 years ago, man. Almost 75 years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, doggy dog.
That's a long ass time ago.
Yeah. 1986, the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan scores 63 points in an NBA playoff game against the Boston Celtics, setting a postseason scoring record. Despite Jordan's achievement, the Bulls lost to the Celtics in double overtime, 135-131.
God. That guy is the main reason why I started watching basketball.
Same.
Yeah,
I don't watch it now, but I did when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I have it's because of him that I was a Chicago Bulls fan. So in the early 90s, I became a Chicago Bulls fan and a Chicago Cubs fan. Chicago Bulls because of Michael Jordan, Chicago Cubs because of the movie Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've always been a Patriots fan for football.
Swing, batter. Swing, batter.
In 1999, the Columbine High School shooting occurred. Eric Harris, 18, and Dylan Keoboyd, 17, started a mass shooting in Littleton, Colorado, killing 12 students and a teacher and wounded 21 others.
Wow, man. I remember that. I remember watching that. And
me too.
That was the same year that I got married.
Damn,
1999. Yeah, I know. I made mistakes like it was 1999.
I was in 5th grade.
Damn, baby. You were a baby.
Yep.
How old were you, Rach? 2?
I don't know if she's here. She might not even be here anymore.
But yeah, that was the first one, right? That really captured the attention of America and the world, really, because it was so freaking bizarre and spawned all these other phones. We just had one, a couple of days ago
at FSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you have 4 or you were 4? Are you older than Allie?
Yes. 7 years older than her.
Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm old. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. We know that. We can tell. In 2010, an explosion and fire aboard the Deepwater Horizon oil drilling rig in the Gulf of America, approximately 50 miles off the Louisiana coast, kills 11 people and triggers the largest offshore oil spill in American history.
God damn, son.
Yeah. Also, I want to add what's why I want to ask if you have a problem with renaming the Gulf to Gulf of America.
Nope. I actually
Just
like that.
Out of curiosity,
because
technically all the surrounding land is America. You got North America, Central America, and South America.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I also like the idea of Iceland being part of us.
But
Is
they're
it
not
Iceland?
though, right? Like they were
No,
going to, but they don't want to. Like Iceland
they
doesn't,
don't.
or is it
They're
Greenland?
not. It could be Greenland. I don't know. It's one of the two. I get them confused, but it's like that's not a bad. I kind of like that idea, but only if they're into it. But they hate us for some reason. And then
Well, everybody hates us.
Canada, I was like 51st state. That would be cool. If they wanted it, I was down for that. Although I don't think it would be just one state because there's so many states in Canada.
Right.
It would be several. We'd be like, we would have like 60 something states. I would be down with that. I like Canada. I love Canada. You know?
I
And
don't.
why not add Mexico? Let's do the whole thing, man. Let's be the biggest country in the world, dog. I like it.
Yeah, if we absorbed both, I don't know. I'm not saying like we're like there's things about us that aren't great, and there's things about us that are, and there's things about Mexico that are great. Like Mexico's beautiful. I don't know anything about their government, but if people are so willing to cross the border illegally, that says something, I think. Especially law-abiding citizens wanting to come over here illegally, it says something about
Says
that
something
government.
about our country. It's better than Mexico. I
Yeah,
think I mean that's what it's because there's more opportunity. I think, but
yeah. Which brings me to this, the deportation thing. That everybody's in a hullabaloo. First of all, everybody is just assuming that we're only deporting black and brown people. We are also
deporting white people.
deporting white European people.
Mhm.
So we're deporting anybody who is illegal. And secondly, fuck, I forget the point that I was going for. My bad. My bad. Oh yeah, the word, not riot, the when they picket sign.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
the
like
fucking word?
when they're protesting.
Protesting. So they're protesting ICE against ICE and the deportation and stuff, and they're like burning the American flag and raising the Mexican flag. And I'm like, you came here because you didn't like Mexico, but now you're Viva la Mexico. Why don't you go back? Why aren't you in Mexico? You're burning the American flag of the place that you're coming to.
Well, think about this. Why are you coming here if you're
Right.
Mexican, right? You're coming here
Right.
because there's opportunity. You want to help your family.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, well, America has a lot of opportunity. I'm going to try to do this and that and the other thing. Doesn't mean you hate Mexico.
Right.
Doesn't mean, yeah. So, I mean, I get that, I guess, because, let me just make this 100% clear. I'm an American first. I may look Mexican American or Mexican or whatever, but I'm not. I'm an American. And I'm on board with getting rid of criminals that are illegal and are not in this country. I'm on board with that. But it doesn't seem like that's entirely what's taking place. It seems like people who are not criminals are being deported also. And I mean, like that one guy who should be here, and the Supreme Court ruled that he should be brought back. Man, you look like John Bernthal so bad right now, bro. You look like the Punisher, dude. Anyway, things like I don't know. I'm worried for me, bro. I'm glad I don't have tattoos. I have 0 tattoos. But if I had a crown tattoo or something like that to try to say I'm the king or something stupid, automatically I'm possibly a gang member from another country, and that bothers me.
Yeah, but you're documented, man.
Yeah, I am.
So, like, if you're not documented, you're getting deep. Like, listen, being in another country, no matter what country it is, illegally is a crime.
Yeah.
So, regardless of whether you are, whether you have a criminal record or not,
these people that they're trying to get back, or like the Supreme Court is working to get back, they are not illegal here. They're legally here. So that's where the issue is.
I got you.
Like I'm a legal citizen. I'm an American citizen.
Are you talking about the MS-13 guy?
No.
Okay.
He's not but they're calling him a terrorist. See, that's what bothers me.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can call me a terrorist, bro, and I'm out. And that's it. And no one's gonna give a shit. Like this poor guy, only his
Mhm.
wife cares and his children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one else seems to be. I mean, well, the senator from that state went down there and actually met with him.
Yeah, that's the
And
MS-13 guy.
he's not MS-13.
That's what the judge ruled.
Well,
I mean, I don't
I don't know.
know. I don't know
He
either.
has not created any crimes in the 14 years he's been here, but people are calling him a criminal,
Hmm.
and that's what scares me.
Right.
Anyone can come and say, now people have been abducted. I'm not going to say, I'm like, listen, government, not abducted. They were not abducted. They were picked up and placed in a vehicle and then try to figure out if they're American or not.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're taken to a camp, but that can happen. If we don't, we need to make sure we're doing the right thing here.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
sure they're criminals, make sure they're illegal. Just make sure, man. I don't want to be caught in this situation just because of the color of my skin. That's what bothers me. That's what scares me about this.
It,
And
I want to point out too that the Hispanic race, all of them, there's multiple colors of
right.
like
Yes.
like you could be my complexion and still be
Mhm.
Hispanic.
Right. Yeah, we are multiple. We
Yeah.
have all.
We're all just fucking shades of wheat, dude.
My mom is basically white. She looks white.
Yeah.
And my brother growing up looked white.
I remember
Nicholas.
when fucking Pitbull came out and
Mhm.
he said the N-word in one of his songs and everybody's like, "What? This white guy's saying the N-word." And I'm like, "He's Cuban."
There's so much talk about that. Like, can I say it? I've asked black friends of mine. They're like, yeah.
There was a bunch of Filipinos that were in high school with me, and this one girl, she was presented herself very gangster, but she was
Mhm.
she was gorgeous.
Mhm.
And I remember at prom, she was talking to one of the other Filipino guys, which I think it was her boyfriend, and
Yeah.
she was N-word this, N-word that, N-word that. I was like, "Are you allowed to say that?"
Yeah.
Oh man. So
It's really strange.
very, very, very strange.
Who can get away with
Um
it? Who can't get away with it? It's crazy.
yeah. So I mean, but going back to the original like turn of this conversation, like
Mhm.
I hope, like I think we vote people in to be president that we think is going to be good, right?
Mhm.
Doesn't mean that they're always going to be. They're all of them. None of them have been great. But I think we have to we have to hold them to a certain standard, and we have to call them out when they go against what they said when they were running.
Mhm.
Just like when Joe Biden didn't do half the stuff that he said he was going to do. Trump is going against a lot of the things that he said he was going to do right now.
Mhm.
So I just want to say there's just because people voted for somebody doesn't mean that they fucking think that everything they're doing is fucking the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. There was a lot of Venezuelans that voted for him and are now deported. I guess
Yeah.
they didn't see that coming, even though he said over and over again he was going to deport them. They
He
were
did.
really happy, and there's a lot of government officials, government workers that voted for him, and now they don't have jobs. I mean, it's just a lot of, like you said, you just have to call him out for the things that he said he wasn't going to do. But I think pretty much everything he said, he's doing. They just weren't
Mostly,
listening. They,
mostly,
they weren't
mostly.
listening to what he was trying to
He hasn't given us the Epstein list like he said he was gonna.
Yeah. He's talked about a lot of stuff that he made it, he sold it. It was like the man is good at selling. He's a good salesman.
Yeah.
He's got a good, like, he can deliver. Like, I'm going to get them egg prices down, baby. Y'all are going to be eating eggs like it's Easter, right? It can be cheap. Okay. So he sold that pretty good and people believed him, right? And then he said right after, it's hard to bring grocery prices down. What are groceries? I just created that word. He said a lot of weird shit. I mean, I'm
he,
just being honest, you know.
he says a lot of weird
He
shit.
says
They
a lot
all
of weird shit.
look, politicians, businessmen, no matter which part of the fucking world they're coming from, they're all the fucking same. They're gonna fucking car salesman the shit out of you
Yeah.
for them to be in a position that they want to be. That's how it's gonna go. That's how it's been going, and that's how it's gonna continue to go until you wake up to it. And I do like Trump. I voted for him. I'll say that. Does it make me a fucking I'm not MAGA, but I'm conservative, but I'm more independent, I guess.
Yeah.
Where there's things on the left that I agree with too, occasionally.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes, I'm 100%. I believe in what you're saying because
yeah,
I don't think everyone is all right side or all left side. I think people have opinions that are both on both sides,
right,
right?
right, right.
That's why I think I'm a moderate because I believe I have some conservative views and I
Yeah,
have some liberal views, you know. And I don't think the two sides. I think we're all Americans, and I think we should join and not
yeah.
fight each other. I think
Yeah,
that's
we should come together and hold these
yes,
fucking people in power accountable. Which is,
exactly.
and that's the thing that I mean, obviously there's pros to and cons to Doge as well, the
Mm,
new fucking thing.
yeah.
I like the fact that we're calling out the things that we are our government we're paying for that were absolutely unnecessary and a lot of money too.
Hmm.
But there's also things where I understand where people are worried that can compromise us as well
Yeah.
and compromise the citizen. So I understand both sides. Also never really trusted him to begin with. Talking about Musk, never really compromised him. But I will say setting an electric car on fire is not very healthy for the environment. Just gonna say that right now.
That's true. It's bad. I've always admired Musk and his how he was trying to. Hey, what's going on, Ron? What's happening, brother? He seemed to be a guy who was like, I want to try and help the world. I'm going to create electric cars when there were, electric cars were with us a long time ago and they
Yeah.
got murdered by the car industry and the gas industry, right?
Yep.
But he somehow fought against that. And I had a lot of admiration for him. I actually got to see him speak at a Dell conference many years ago. And he was not the same guy he is today. He was very quiet, soft spoken. He was very nervous. You could hear it in his voice when he was talking.
Hmm.
And it wasn't even him just on a podium. It was like a couch, and there were three of them. And this guy moderator was asking each one questions, and he was very nervous, man. He was not the dude he is today. But I can't, man. I just can't. He's a completely different person.
Yeah.
I
He's
believe in the Mars thing. I believe in
probably a
the.
clone.
He's acting like it, bro. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Um I also think it's interesting. So people are attacking people with
Mhm.
Cybertrucks and Teslas and shit.
Yeah.
What
Optimus
if so
Prime.
listen to this. You attack somebody or their car who's a liberal and believes
Mhm.
everything that you believe, but because they don't either have the time or the money or whatever the fucking circumstances to be, just because they have a Tesla, they like the Tesla, right? But because all liberals now hate Musk, everybody that has a Tesla must be Republican MAGA country fucking people. They might not be able to trade in their Tesla for something else, or
Mhm.
whatever the circumstance be. So you're attacking essentially your own people, possibly.
Well, I mean, are we sure that everyone who's attacking a Tesla is a liberal? I mean,
That's true. You have a point.
you know what I'm saying? That's where we get caught in this whole us versus them thing, and I hate
Yeah,
that shit,
me
dude,
too.
because
Exactly.
it's just wrong, bro. And that's what they want. Like, I'm honestly, China, Russia, North Korea, any of those countries that that want to destroy America, because let's be honest, they want us destroyed, are using these tactics so that we basically fight ourselves and they don't have to do shit.
Hmm.
But a unified America can't be beat.
Yeah.
They know that shit. And that's why they
Yeah.
put up these kind of like, and these people are pushing, like there's Russian bots who are pushing it's all the liberals, man. Or like Chinese bots or hackers are saying it's all the Republicans. They're they're gaslighting us and they're trying to get us to fight each other. And
Absolutely.
I see right through you. I see it.
Yeah.
It's not, there's a lot of people who are pissed off at Elon Musk who are Republican.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who are pissed off at liberal. I'm sure there are a lot more, but yeah, dude, I like Teslas. I like the vehicles, but there's a Chinese vehicle that's sadly to say better than a Tesla, but we'll never see them here.
Probably not.
And it's
Probably not.
because my favorite feature is like if you know how a Tesla you got to wait an hour to charge it, like an hour and a half or whatever it is.
Yeah.
These Chinese vehicles is just like pumping gas. That's how fast they charge. It's as fast as 5 minutes and you fully charge your vehicle. And that's awesome. We need to copy that because they copy us all the time. We need to get that tech over here.
Oh man. All right. Sorry to talk your ear off a little bit about politics, but I think it's real. I just think it's what's going on in the world. I think it's
I think
good to bring it up.
Great mind. I really admire and appreciate the fact that you can think about these things in real time while discussing it, and that's awesome. Because what happens in the world is you get talking with someone who has the exact opposite, and they are not going to think about it. They already have all their points. They've been watching the bubble that they live in, and they're just one-sided. You're not like that. You think in the moment, and I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks. I just seeing it out in the real world, like people, it's interesting because both sides do it. People that are completely for the right, people that are completely for the left. When they're talking to somebody with an opposing opinion, if they can't when they get backed into a corner, or not even really a corner, some of them, they can't think past what their opinion is. So they attack. So they don't know what to say, and they'll be like, well, you're fucking ugly. Or something like that. Like, what does that have to do with the discussion that we're talking about? So I think it's asinine. It's fucking it's not helpful.
I'll say this, I was like that, especially when it came to religion. I was
I could see that.
Very devout Catholic guy. And I would have discussions with atheists, and I was like angry because I couldn't win those arguments because the arguments they're presenting made a lot of goddamn sense. And so that's why I don't like talking about religion and politics. But I have learned something, and I want to share this with everybody out there, all 2 or 3 of you, because I know it's Easter. And Ron, Arnie, you, a lot of my friends are on the right. They're conservatives. They view, and I used to be all the way on the left. I'm more moderate now, but at that point, I would see all the people on the right and think, what is wrong with these people? Honestly, I'm being honest. What is this? And then I started down the rabbit hole, and without even realizing down the rabbit hole is a big controversy. It's like all about what's the word? Conspiracies, right? It kind of, and that's what a lot of people on the right love. And I had a lot of fans who were on the right and pushing the right agenda. And then I got to meet some of these people, good friends like Arnie, you, Ron, all these people who kind of were on the opposite end of me, and they are beautiful, good, honest people. They have good hearts, they care, and you start to see, man, this is an American, man. This is not my enemy. This is a good person. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. I learned that, and I'm a different person because of it. And I pushed myself from the left kind of to the middle, and because I've met so many good Republican people, so many good far right people. They have great hearts. We just don't agree on everything. That's all it is, right? I love that, man.
Opinions are objective. to each individual. We all have different life experience.
Yeah.
We come from different areas, so like for us to have the same opinion on everything doesn't make any sense. We all have
Exactly.
different life experiences, man.
I like
So
to think, if what if I was born white in Maine? What if I was born in the Sudan black? Try to put yourself in that mental perspective for a minute and think your entire life would be different,
mhm.
completely different. You'd have a different God that you would, and it's not your fault. It's just because you were born there.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
You might be born in the Midwest and you're a farmer. You think, Christ is the right. I mean, all these different viewpoints, try to be open to them, and don't come down on people because they have a different viewpoint than you do. You know,
Absolutely.
that's just
Absolutely.
that's just from me to you. Happy Easter, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the next segment I have for you. All right. So first of all, I want to thank Rachel and Heather for continuing to provide us with missing persons alerts, and I think it's important. Not that I think that we're doing much, but I think it's a step in the right direction. Um,
Every little bit
and
helps, bro. Every
yeah,
little bit.
I think putting each person in the ear or eyesight of more people is definitely a way to help. So let's get into the video the lady sent us today.
Hello, our weird Java peeps.
Peeps.
Y'all know who we are. We don't gotta introduce ourselves. But I did want to say something really quickly. I love spending my Sunday mornings with a weird Java coffee in my hand. I'm either sitting on the couch. I usually have the live on my TV, and I have I have it up on my phone so that I can comment on my phone while I'm watching up there. So that's my routine, everybody. But what I was going to say is that we have a fun little community over there, and we would love if you guys told your friends and you shared it with people. You come join us. It is 9 a.m. Eastern time, so my time in the morning. So Heather, if you want to come at 6 o'clock, it's on popping, okay?
I always feel so bad because I always have the best intention to wake up and be like, yeah, I'll hop on I don't even really have to get out of bed. I could just but y'all, I don't get to sleep in except on the weekends. And that would mean waking up at 6 a.m. my time. So I just catch the rerun. You know what I mean? I just catch the syndicated version.
That works too. That works too. All right, you guys, let's do this. First up is a missing woman out of Queens, New York. This is Valentina Tane. Valentina is 78 years old. She has been missing now since April 11th, and everyone needs to be searching for her. 78 years old, you guys. That in 3 days she's been missing. She suffers from dementia, and what happened was she just walked off. She just left her house. The last known sighting was her leaving her home, and then no one knows where she is. She was wearing a gray hat, a blue cardigan sweater, a colorful dress. I think it was more of like a sleep style dress, gray socks, slippers, and a gray scarf. She speaks Albanian. You guys got to be on the lookout for her.
These ones break my heart. So like Rachel said, she's 78 years old. She is on the shorter side, 5'1" to maybe about 5'5" at the most, 110 to 130 pounds. And we really, really need help to share and share and share. Hopefully she is safe somewhere and someone has gotten her help and she's going to be reunited with her family, with her loved ones very soon. If you have any information, please contact the New York City Police Department at 800-577-8477, and let's bring Valentina home. So next up, we want to share about Ian. How do you say that?
I think it's Ian, but
Yeah, Ian.
Could be wrong.
That's how I see it. Ian. It's EAN, guys.
yeah,
EAN.
it is different. But I would say Ian.
Ian, yeah. Wildermuth, who is missing out of Moline, Illinois, and he's only 14 years old. And there's not a lot of information on his disappearance right now.
He was last seen on April 8th. He is a black male, brown hair and brown eyes. If you guys have any information whatsoever, please contact the Moline Police Department at 309-797-0401. His case number is M628386085. Really quickly, Moline, Illinois is where there were sightings of Bethany Markowski after she went missing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's where she was supposed to have the ticket to, or maybe she was
On the
supposed to
bus
have the
station?
ticket to Moline, and
that
she
sounds
didn't
right.
arrive there. She didn't
That
show up
sounds right.
there. But
Oh my gosh. How
yeah, when I
crazy.
saw this, I was like, instantly it triggered me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hit us with that quote.
Okay, Heather.
Okay.
It's actually not a quote, but you are
Okay.
going to love this, and I think everyone else will as well. I'm switching it up a little bit. This is more of a fun fact.
Oh, I love it. I love fun facts.
Alaska had a cat as a mayor.
I heard about this. Yeah.
Did you really?
My favorite
Oh my
thing ever.
gosh,
Stubbs,
I
right?
know. Yes.
Stubbs the cat.
Oh my
Stubbs
gosh,
the mayor.
I'm so
Yeah.
behind. I'm so behind. I had no idea. Okay, I'm gonna read this.
Yes.
Another. I mean, unless you want to just share all your
No, no, no,
information
no,
because
no,
you're the
you read
Stubbs
it.
all know.
But just so you guys, you need to, David and Kevin, find the picture and put it up because it's adorable. He's the
I'll add
cutest
it
little
in
guy.
this one right here.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I promise. So, okay. The Alaskan town of Talkeetna had a cat as a mayor for 20 years. You guys, 20 years.
Yeah.
I should have known Heather would know this. Named Stubbs for his lack of tail. And he served as mayor from 1997 to 2017. Stubbs didn't really have to do much official business since the little town was merely a historic district and tourist spot.
Yeah.
I
love
just read
it.
that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
I love it so much. That's a beautiful, beautiful story. And you know what? We hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. We will talk to you next week. And that's what we have for you.
Yes,
Stubbs it up.
Stubbs
your
it
weird
up.
Java.
I think we need more cat mayors. Even though I'm a dog person, I'm
The
here
world
for
would be
it.
a better place.
All right, here we go. Weird Java, weird Java, weird Java.
Morning meow.
Meow, meow, meow,
Meow,
meow, meow, meow.
meow.
Bye.
We're harmonizing meows. Best thing
No
ever.
more.
Don't ever fucking meow on another fucking video ever again. That was dumb.
I am not saying anything, man. Thank you guys for doing that. It's really great. But
Uh,
oh my
no,
god.
thank you for that. I believe the update where it said that she's home safe that in the middle of the video means that she's found and she's home and she's safe.
Yeah, it's
No.
wonderful, man.
So
It's great.
at this point. So I literally have no other segments today for you other than one.
Bring it.
So we'll jump into that one now. This week has been hectic with trying to frickin' publish my book. So I didn't do any research. Actually, I have two segments, actually, I should say. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
apologize. So we'll start with this one. So right. So these quotes are way too fucking easy. I don't
Okay.
know what I think Allie might have been smoking something this week, but
all right.
first
Let's see
quote
how
I
these go.
have
Let's see.
Apparently, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" All right, first quote I have for you is, "May the force be with you."
Star Wars.
Obviously.
Yeah.
The second quote is, "I'll be back."
Terminator.
Exactly. Third quote is, "There's no place like home."
Yeah. Yellow Brick Road. Rubies
Uh-huh.
with Red Slippers. What is it called? I know this one. I know this one. I know this one. Shit. I know this one. There's a house that falls on a witch. She's green.
Yeah.
There's a movie.
What the fuck is the name of it?
The fucking name of this movie. Yellow Brick Road? What is it? Fucking, it's not Yellow Brick Road, is it?
Oh yeah, it's totally Yellow Brick Road.
Is it called oh my god. I can't remember the name.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
The name. And the monkeys are the ones that scare Wizard of Oz.
Yay!
At Grave Evidence is a wonderful, wonderful man. I just want to say that. You know what was stuck in my head? Wicked. Wicked was stuck in my head because it's like a continuation.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right. Fourth quote for you is, "I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse."
The Godfather.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Fifth quote is, "Those who cling to death live. Those who cling to life die."
Those who cling to death live. Those who cling to life die. Drawing a blank on this one.
I don't really think we have anybody in the chat.
Mr. Grave Evidence. Mr. Ron is out there. Those. It does sound familiar. I'll say that. I don't know why I'm thinking Tom Cruise, but it's not a Tom Cruise movie, I don't think. I don't know.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
Keanu.
Constantine?
Nope.
John Wick?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
All right, last quote for your ass. "I will show you how deep the rabbit hole goes."
The Matrix.
Yay, ladies and gentlemen, he did it. Yay.
Yeah, yeah. You know, when I saw that
Take a bow. Take a bow.
movie, when I saw that movie in the beginning, they're running towards a room or like it's like an apartment.
Uh-huh.
And it's 303, and that was the same apartment I was living in, 303 at the time.
No shit.
Oh, this is gonna be a good movie, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's for me.
I was like, what, it was like 99, right? So I was like fourth, fifth grade-ish. I don't know what it was, because I don't think she's attractive now, but like that woman at that time, like I was like, wow, look at her. Like I'm
Trinity?
sitting in the Trinity.
Oh wow.
I was sitting on my fucking in my dad's living room, crisscross applesauce, and fucking all the lights, because we like to shut all the lights off when we watch movies.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sitting there and fucking we're eating popcorn and stuff, and she's on the screen. I was like, ooh, look at that. She's wearing all leather and shit. And I was like, I was into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't find her attractive now.
I didn't then, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like fucking 9-10, so.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. What about you, Ron? Did you like that movie? Were you a fan of The Matrix? It's definitely where I got my one of the places I thought, ooh, down the rabbit hole. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland. Ooh, I like that. I like that name.
Yeah. Also, you got to send me the logo for your podcast so I can put it in when I edit.
Okay. Let me also. This is what I got today or yesterday, actually. Just wanted to show y'all.
Nice, doggy
How about
dog.
that? That's gonna go on the wall, of course. Woo! That's the logo.
I like it.
So
I like it.
you release your new episodes on Wednesday, right?
Yes,
Amanda releases our new
on
episodes on
Tuesdays.
Tuesday. I think I'm gonna hit Thursdays. So it's gonna be
Okay.
like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
5
doggy
a.m..
dog. I like it. I like it. All right. Let's get into the next segment and the last one of today because I didn't fucking do any research this week.
Ron still thinks she's good looking.
That's good.
Next segment.
If it is it gonna play? What is happening?
Oh,
It's not doing anything. This is gonna make me irritated, dude.
is this the video I sent you?
Hold on. Hold the phone. There it is.
Daddy like.
All right. Let's see what you provided us today. Oh yeah.
Oh, thoughts?
Strings are really good.
Strings are good.
Strings are good when you're creating paranormal videos.
Mm-hmm.
I like how she went off screen, and when she came back on, her shirt was being tugged.
It does look like there could be a fishing line or something pulling.
Yeah. Yeah.
The light doesn't catch it, however, so it's kind of I don't know. I think this is where my thoughts lead on that video because I've seen tons of her stuff, and
There's too much. There's too much for it to be a real thing to me. Because I've
Mhm.
seen them too. I've seen
yeah,
a ton of videos from
a
these
lot of people think it's fake. But
Yeah.
here's my problem with it: that kid's terrified, man. If it's
He
fake,
does not look terrified.
you don't think so? He's screaming.
No. He screams, yes, but he's not moving like somebody who's scared.
I don't know, man. I think
Especially the video game thing. He didn't throw his video game shit. He
Mhm.
placed them down.
yeah.
To me, that's not scared.
I think he's if this is fake and he doesn't know about it, I think it's cruel. I think it's a
Right.
cruel thing to be
For
playing with
sure,
a kid.
yes. Yeah.
But what if it's real? I mean, if you look at the vacuum cleaner, for example, you'll notice
The way that
tilts-
it dangles.
it tilted up and it's going up and it looks like it's being held by something. But then
Yeah.
it goes to the exact opposite end in the video. And then
Which
I'm
could be
thinking,
the handle on top, though.
could be.
So, like, it slid to that side, and as they moved it away, it slid to the other side of that handle.
And then it doesn't collapse and break. It kind of falls safely to the ground.
Right.
It's a lot to question. It's a lot to question. She did have
For
shadow
sure.
figures in there. Have you ever seen those where there's like a shadow figure peeking from top of the door? Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's creepy though. I find
It
to
is
be really
creepy. I mean, if it's real and it's like if that were to happen to me in real life, like I'd
Mm.
fucking burn the house down. I wouldn't live there anymore. Like
I
I wouldn't
mean-
be posting videos after video on TikTok either.
Exactly. She
So
must be making money off of TikTok. She must be making some money because she has a lot of followers and they get a lot of views.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um. All right. Before we end today's I'm going to be in Tennessee next week, so no Weird Java next Sunday. But we will pick it back up the following Sunday.
Yeah.
After that, look out on Amazon for The Adventures of Rizzo in Weird Sun Monster Hunters. Book number 1 should be published by the end of today. And I most likely, if you're on the Instagram or Facebook, I will be posting about it once it's official. But
Sweet.
this fucking whole process has made me want to fucking pull my hair directly out of my head.
I can't wait to see it, bro.
So
Can't wait.
I hope people that, I mean, it's a quick read. It's 116 pages. There's pictures. I feel like I probably could have put more detail into it and maybe added to the story because it's no longer a comic, but I didn't do that. Maybe book 2 will be a little more in depth of that. So, this book that will be published by the end of today is set in Maine. And I do already have an outline for book number 2, which will be set in Louisiana.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah. So, book 2, you'll be introduced to new characters. There'll be a few of the same characters from book 1. And we might see some of the characters from book 1 throughout other books as well. I have this whole like because I've been working on this comic for like fucking 4 years now. So I have like tons of stories in my head written down in different notebooks, fucking where I'm gonna go with it. So
that's awesome that you have Rizzo in it too, man. I love that.
Yeah, I really thought it was the best way to immortalize my best friend, you know. So and the pictures look like her too. The AI did a fantastic job with the pictures.
Very adorable, man.
So but with that, I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. It is Easter Sunday. For those who celebrate, I hope you have a fantastic Easter with your family. For those who don't celebrate, I hope you have a fantastic motherfucking day doing whatever you decided to do. Unfortunately, because it's a major holiday, you can't go to the store. You can't grocery shop today because that's what we was going to do, but we cannot. And I totally forgot, totally spaced it. But anywho, catch you in 2 weeks on here on the live, and make sure you scoop yourself up a pouch of Weird Java at wheretheweirdonesarepodcast.com. You can also get merch. You can also check out each episode of Where the Weird Ones Are, because there's a link to the YouTube channel of each episode. So you can go directly to each episode. I am also posting a short story about a werewolf on my blog today. So I wrote that during this week while I'm trying to fucking publish my book. It's a quick story, but I'm gonna try and generate audio for it as well, like I did with with last week's story. So, once I do that, blah 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 and blah 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 and more blah 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 blah. You know. So, all right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Remember, dial 988 if you're having any kind of mental distress issues, and
do it.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Later.
Oh, whoa. I almost left the studio instead of just stopping the recording. That was dumb.